What up, Dope Testimony TV? It's your big brother, The Real Bob Jr. And today we're going to get right into it. Today, I want to talk to you about building your business. It doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to start it. Because if you wait on your business to be perfect before you launch it, you might not never launch it. And perfection is one of the biggest dream killers. Your first logo won't be your last. Your first product won't be your best. Your first video probably won't go viral. Your first customer teaches you more than months of planning. And progress creates confidence. Waiting creates fear. So stop waiting and start building. You know, when I started Dope Testimony, this was back in 2020, I had no idea like what Dope Testimony was going to be. I didn't know it was going to turn into this, but I just started it. I remember I was talking to my guy and we was just throwing out some ideas. We were talking about things. We was actually talking about a podcast show and we were just throwing out ideas. And he said something that made me say, Dope Testimony. I could see myself rocking that. And after I said that, that idea, it just didn't go away. Like it stayed with me, man. And it stayed with me to the point where I was like, all right, I gotta put this on a shirt just to see what it'll look like. And I went to a embroidery shop that had like hoodies and t-shirts in there. I bought a hoodie and I had them stitch Dope Testimony across the hoodie. And I just remember walking into this Trader Joe's because it was across the street from the Cookies in Woodland Hills that I was working at the time. And I walk into the Trader Joe's, the guy stops me and he goes, I like that. That's straight to the point. That's yours? And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, that's what's up. So what is that? And I was like, oh, it's my brand. You know, it's got clothing brand. You know, I said, I got building up the business, got podcasts coming. I'm just rumbling at the mouth because, you know, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't ready. But when that happened, I knew I was on to something. So what I did was I just started creating more Dope Testimony hoodies, start putting Dope Testimony on t-shirts. I start putting it on hats. I didn't even have a logo, but I would just take the words and stitch the words on everything. That's why I like on my older hats, you just see the Dope Testimony on there because I would just stitch it on there. Like get it stitched on there and I started selling them mugs, bro. I was selling my hats for $30, $35, selling t-shirts, $25, hoodies was going for $60. And at first I'm thinking like, okay, I got a fashion company, right? I even went out to Italy for Pity Week just to soak up more game because it was some people that I was working with. I'm saying all this to say is I just started, bro. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. But you just gotta start. And then when you do that, man, just watch. Like it's trial and error. You learn as you go. And that's how life is. Like we don't come into this world having everything figured out. It's trial and error. We make mistakes. We bump our heads. You know what I'm saying? We get bruised up in the process, but we learn, okay, this ain't the play. So I'm not gonna do that again. I'm gonna do it this way. You know, that's what comes with age, bro. With growth is experience. And experience is what creates knowledge and wisdom. You gotta go through something to be able to explain something to somebody. So I'm all for reading books. I'm an avid reader, but I also believe that you got to get out there and live too. And if you really want to grow and really get an understanding, I say go out there with no fear. Have faith in what you're doing. Trust God and just keep moving forward and watch how your life will come to a point to where you just have this understanding, this trust, this faith, because fear is always present. It's forever present. But faith allows you to face that fear. And once you face that fear, then it's not scary anymore. It won't hold you back. It won't stop you. You'll be able to keep moving forward. Then there's going to be a point where you're going to be faced with fear again. And you're going to have the faith to trample that fear. And then you keep going. You wanna become fearless. That's the goal. Because I believe that's when the world opens up to you. The world is at your feet when your faith is big and you move forward. I always tell people, everything that you truly want out of life is on the other side of fear. So if you want to live that life that you see everybody else or somebody that you admire how they living, and all it is they're living it in a fearless way. And that's the reason why you admire them and you're inspired by them, because you like, man, I wish I can do it, but I haven't built enough courage yet to face that fear. Now, I don't want to get off subject because I'm starting to ramble, but I want to get back to the business. Face that fear. Don't let that doubt creep in and stop you from building your business. Like I mentioned in other videos, y'all, like we're coming into a world where you want to have ownership. You want to own something that's yours. Working jobs just ain't going to be it no more. But if you have something that's yours, that you building and that you can make money from, that's going to put you in a place of peace, and it's going to put you in a place to where you know you have something that's meaningful and purposeful. So you're going to wake up excited to do it every day, versus if you just working all these jobs just to get a paycheck, you're going to really struggle, man, with the way this new world is coming. So start the business today. It's trial and error. Let me give you another testimony, right? So I remember when I was trying to get Dope Testimony trademarked, and I had a problem. With getting the trademark because they needed the tag to say Dope Testimony on it. Now, when I ran into this, I'm like, dang, I don't know what to do. So it discouraged me a little bit, and I just remember sitting back, and I was like, man, how am I gonna do this? Like, how am I gonna figure this out? And one day, Spirit told me to just go downtown to the fashion district. So I got up, drove down to the fashion district. And when I got down there was this store that I saw that had this Bruce Lee statue outside of it. And I remembered that store, right? I was like, I said, I remember walking in this store. I like the vibe of this store. So I remember when I went in there the first time, the owner of it, he wasn't there. So I was just like, I'll come back. But that was probably a year ago. I want to say it could have been months, but it could have been a year, because that's how long it was. And so I walked in there, and the owner of the store is in there this time, As soon as I walk in, he walk up to me, greet me. Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? I'm like, hey, what's up, man? What's going on? And I really appreciated that, because a lot of the stores that you go down to in the fashion districts, they don't say nothing to you. They not helpful. They just look at you. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciated the fact that he just acknowledged me and came up to me, started speaking. And I told him, I was like, man, I'm trying to get this trademark. I'm trying to get this, they say I need a tag. He knew exactly what I needed and was like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you need. You just need this, and I'll put that together for you. This how much it's gonna be. He's like, what you need it for? I was like, oh, I got, some larges, some mediums, some small. He knew exactly what I needed. He gave me what I needed, and I was able to move forward in the process. I'm saying all this to say, like, I didn't know, right? I didn't know it, but it's all trial and error. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I still run into things, but it's just crazy how, if you fast forward to today, now Dope Testimony is a media company. I'm doing content now, you know, still creating, but now I'm doing content and I got the merch. You know what I'm saying? The trademark is in effect. Like I done sponsored events. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I done had talks with some investors about what I'm doing and what I'm, you know what I'm saying, what I'm building. We got Dope Testimony TV. Like I said, this started off as a clothing brand. I remember when it started off as an idea, as me and my guy just talking, to now I'm funding the idea. Now it's walking in a purpose, putting out this video to you. So I'm not trying to make this video long. I'm gonna talk about this more on a different video. I got an idea in my head of how I want to do this video where I really break down, you know, Dope Testimony and what I went through to get the brand going. But today I just want to tell y'all to start today. If you can't start today, start tomorrow. But do not put this off until next week, next month, or next year. Like what are you waiting for? You can start tomorrow. It's not going to be perfect. If you wait for it to be perfect, all you're going to do is continue to procrastinate. You're never going to launch it. So we're going to start, and you just learn as you go. So I'll be looking at some of the interviews that I do, and when I look at it, I'll be like, oh, I could have done this different. So on the next interview, I'm gonna do better. Oh, I could have set up right on this. I'm kind of slouched over, so I need to sit up. Or how I'm speaking. Everything is trial and error. We all learning as we go. That's how this thing works. Look, God can't guide a parked car. Sometimes the next step isn't making your business perfect. It's having the courage to move, build it, learn, improve, and repeat. What's one thing you've been putting off that isn't perfect? Let me know in the comments. All right? Y'all know what I'm here to do. I'm here to motivate and I'm here to inspire. And I share my testimonies with you. Hope it resonates with somebody. All right? So, man, let's get to it, y'all. Do good, stay blessed. And yeah, turn your test into a dope testimony. All right? Y'all be easy. I'll tap in with y'all soon. Dope!